Chapter 5: Social Reform in the Progressive Era. During the Progressive Era, many ideas emerged, such as populism, which brought the rural folks together, progressivism, which was basically for bettering the people, the Socialist Party, and the Industrial Workers of the World, which were both the radical parties. Here we can see two different pictures, one depicting populism, the other one depicting progressivism, since progressivism was primarily run more by the people for the people. There were also many dangers in the workforce, such as long hours and weeks, and half the workers couldn't survive on a paycheck, and many Americans were killed or injured. Children were also forced to work in these conditions, and immigrants were exploited. Here we can see two different pictures, one of them showing a child working in a factory and the other showing children who were starving during this time period. Workers also faced difficulties forming unions due to the fact that many of them spoke different languages, and employers would often use violence, spies, lockouts, scab workers, and many other forms of intimidation to discourage unions. Living conditions during this time were also poor. Many people lived in small tenements with many rooms and no bathrooms, and they would share these buildings. They also had little to no housing codes, which caused many fire hazards. It also allowed for the easy spread of disease due to close living conditions. You can see two very popular examples of how they caused fire hazards, such as the Triangle Factory Fire and the San Francisco Fire after the 1906 earthquake. Many social programs were also founded during this time, such as workmen's compensation, mothers' pensions, juvenile courts, children's bureau, protections for female workers, and many more. Social work was developed in the 1920s to train people to head these new social programs. Jane Addams hoped the immigrants' values would spread to other Americans, and she also backed the Progressive Party, who selected Teddy Roosevelt to be its candidate in 1912. Here we can see two pictures, one of them being Teddy Roosevelt, who founded the Bull Moose Party, and Jane Addams, one of the most influential social workers of all time. Many progressive reforms mainly revolved around regulations. Trust busting was believed to enhance life for average citizens, but the Supreme Court struck down some reforms, such as setting a 10-hour workday limit for bakers. In 1914, Woodrow Wilson slashed tariffs to reduce good prices, but William Taft didn't believe reforms were needed. Women begged to differ with this statement and moved forward with their suffrage marches. Work.